What's up, y'all? This is Dark Man. Welcome back to Fixing to Fish. And today I just went out to Dick's Sporting Goods. They were having a sale and I picked up some new stuff I wanted to show you guys. Tomorrow I have some showings for my house and I have to go out, so I figured I might as well go out and do some fishing. And I have been out lately more than a few times, but the bite has been really tough. It's been really hot here in Central Maryland. They have not been taking topwater at all, except for whopper ploppers. That seems to be the exception. I did have some footage I was thinking about running, but it was just a little underwhelming. A lot of the juveniles are biting. I got a ton of those, but no big fish. You know, it's not the most exciting video, so I'm not going to run it. And I also wanted to tell y'all what happened in North Carolina. We were down there recently looking for houses to buy, and we did find one. And I was staying at a HomeAway on a golf course, the same golf course that the house we're going to buy is on. And there's about 5 or 6 golf course ponds out there, and I didn't have much luck. Same problem. I'm getting a lot of juveniles. I took video of that, and it was again underwhelming. I did see an alligator in one of the ponds, which I thought was pretty cool. Unfortunately, it was in the middle of the night, and I couldn't take a video of it. But I'm hoping maybe when we move down there, I'll be able to explore all those golf ponds, and maybe one of them will have some big fish in it. The nice thing about the place is that the management is very cool with people fishing it. They really don't care. As long as you're not getting in the way of the golfers, they don't care. So that's kind of nice. Also, we did some saltwater fishing. My wife caught a summer flounder, but for the most part the fishing was really tough. The surf was really rough, and I literally couldn't get past the breakers. Even with a 2-ounce weight, it was just throwing my stuff back towards shore. I tried wading out there, and the waves were so strong they were actually knocking me over. I don't really know why the surf was so strong. It only rained once there, and it wasn't a bad storm. I guess maybe something offshore was causing all those waves. But anyway, that was North Carolina. So I went to Dick's, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff I picked up that I'm going to use tomorrow. We have a Doomsday D-Hop in camo, and it's got, you can see it's got 4 legs on it. I've heard good things about these Doomsday frogs. It's got a different look to it. Again, I don't know if this is going to work. It looks like you put a single hook through the body. It's got a slot. It's not your traditional type frog with the 2 side hooks. It might be different enough that I get a bite, but we'll see. Some other stuff in here. The Senko Alternative Yum Dingers, and this is in Glimmer Blue Pepper. It's sort of a white blue flake. It looks kind of bait fishy. I'm going to try Texas rigging. These are 5 inchers. I like Yum worms. I think they work just as well as Senkos. I know people swear up and down that Senkos are better. I get just as many bites on them as Senkos. So much cheaper, and they work, so I don't see the point in buying Senkos, at least for myself. Next up, we got Reaction Innovations Skinny Dipper in white trash color. I love the names of these baits. They got some really awesome ones. I know Bass Pro doesn't carry them because I guess they find it offensive, but these are good bait fish imitators. You know, soft swim baits, little paddle tail. I find these work better for me than flukes in this area. I don't know why. Maybe it's the vibration the tail's put off, but I really like these. I use these a lot. Just the little dippers. I don't use the full size. So what else we got? We got some swim bait jig heads. I don't generally fish soft swim baits with jig heads like this, but I want to try them. There is a chance with an open hook of getting tangled up real easy, but I'd like to try them. I think in the open parts of the water where there's no grass, these might really work well. Next up, we got another favorite of mine that I haven't fished this year, and I'm actually finally getting some. Zoom lizards. 6-inch lizards, Super Salt Plus in sprayed grass color. I think this is a really cool color. I think this will work well. The water in my area has been really muddy. And I think these will show up really well. It's just a really neat looking color. Sort of purple with flakes, and the limbs are kind of a smoky color. Just really cool looking. Can't wait to try those. Love fishing lizards. Just haven't gotten around to fishing them. Got some fairly heavy 3/16 worm weights to help me get down through all those weeds, and I was just running low. I did want to buy some new drop shot weights. I have a specific weight I like to fish. They were all sold out. So next up we got the Savage Gear Duck, Suicide Duck. It's a smaller one. Basically a whopper plopper in the shape of a duck. And I think this will actually work really well. Believe it or not, I think this will work really well. Like I said, whopper ploppers seem to work regardless of time of day, conditions. The fish just destroy them. At least in my area, they love them. What I tend to do is, if they're not biting, I'll either slow my retrieve down or I'll burn it and then stop it. That burning and stopping motion will sort of trigger a reaction bite. I see a lot of people out there having trouble with whopper ploppers. It's because you're just slow reeling them in. Steady pace, you're not doing anything different. You need to change up and vary your speed and stall it out once in a while. Just experiment. You'll find what they want. Next up, well, last up, we got a Savage Gear Rat, floating wake or dive. I wasn't going to buy this, but I thought this is different. This is a really different looking bait, and it's definitely very realistic looking. Has a replaceable tail and everything. This might get me a bite. I don't see a lot of guys throwing rats around here like this. So this may be different enough that the fish will sort of strike out at it. I don't really see a color on there. It's just brown rat. So that's going to do it. I'm going to take this out tomorrow while they're checking out my house, and hopefully I'll catch something decent. I have a special treat coming up. I'm doing this on Monday. I'm not sure when I'll get the video out. Hopefully Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. But I'm going to a secret spot where there are some 6-pound and up bass, verified 6 and up. And that'll be happening on Monday. Hopefully I'll have a really cool video of some big bass for you guys. We do have big bass in Maryland, but because there is a just massive amount of people here, and a lot of them are bass fishermen, and some of them are consumption fishermen, there's a lot of pressure on pretty much every lake, and they, when they get caught, I'd say half the time they get eaten. So it's really sad to hear 9-pound bass getting taken home and eaten. It doesn't help that they're northern strain and they take longer to grow to that size. So a fish that's 9 pounds may have taken 10 years to grow that big. Florida strain grows a lot faster in a shorter amount of time. Up here in Maryland, it's northern strain. We don't have any intergrade fish, and it takes a really long time for a fish to reach that potential. And then half the time, because of the amount of fishermen and the pressure and just the consumption, it's very rare to get a fish that big unless it's on private land. And I will say that this is a private place, but I have gotten permission to fish this place. So that will be coming up, and hopefully I will catch a giant. Until next time, thanks for watching. Have a good one.